All right, team, welcome back to TNT Digital Mindset. Today, I'm really excited to dive into some cutting-edge stuff. I've been poring over the latest research on digital trends, and honestly, it's fascinating. I've even leveraged some advanced AI, yeah, you heard that right, to break down the core insights. This way, we can get straight to the actionable strategy. So without further ado, let's jump in.
Welcome back to TNT Digital Mindset. We've analyzed the latest data on OpenAI's massive new AI jobs platform, and we're here to help you sharpen your strategic thinking. Because trust me, this could completely rewrite the rules of your career.
All right, let's just rip the Band-Aid off, shall we? This quote you're seeing, that's not some far-off sci-fi prediction. That's a 5-year warning shot. AI is already swallowing up the very jobs that have already been that first step on the career ladder, and it is moving way faster than anybody thought.
And look, this is not just a theory. 4,000. That's how many support jobs Salesforce just cut. Why? Because AI chatbots can now do the work. This is happening right now, and it's having a very real impact.
So this brings us to the central, kind of weird paradox of the AI job market. On one hand, you've got research from places like Stanford showing a huge drop in jobs for young people in fields like software development and customer support. Those traditional entry points, they're just evaporating.
But, and this is the big but, on the other hand, the demand for people who actually know how to use AI, it is absolutely exploding. Companies are desperate for this kind of talent. So you've got this huge skills gap where jobs that require AI skills not only pay more, they give you this massive advantage because you're just so much more productive.
So this gap has become this giant canyon that someone needs to build a bridge over. And in a really fascinating, almost ironic twist, the very company that helped kickstart this whole disruption, OpenAI, is now stepping up to say, hey, we've got the solution.
So what is this grand solution? Well, it's a two-part play. They're rolling out a brand new AI-powered marketplace that's designed from the ground up to totally change how AI talent finds jobs and how companies find that talent.
The concept itself is actually pretty brilliant. The best way to think about it is like LinkedIn meets Coursera, but laser-focused on just one thing: the new AI economy. It's a job batching service and a skills certification program all rolled into one powerful system.
And here's the really clever part, how these two pieces work together. So first, you go through their certification program. You prove you've got the skills. Then, the AI matching service takes over, connecting your verified abilities directly to the companies that are looking for them. It's a perfect loop. One system just feeds the other.
And the ambition here is, well, it's huge. They're doing this through a new, and get this, free OpenAI Academy. Their goal is to certify 10 million Americans by 2030. And when you see giants like Walmart, the largest private employer in the country, and John Deere jumping on as early partners, you know this is a serious play.
Okay, so that's the big picture, the grand strategy. Now let's dive into the nuts and bolts, the timeline for when this is all happening, and the tech that could make this a real game changer.
So you're gonna wanna circle these dates. The pilot program for certifications kicks off in late 2025. Yeah, that's soon, which means you can start getting these credentials pretty quickly. Then the full platform launches in mid-2026, and they're aiming for that huge 10 million worker goal by 2030.
And I really want you to let this next point sink in, because it is a total mind shift. This is not just another job board where you scroll and scroll for hours. It's designed to be a proactive, skills-centered career concierge. It finds you based on what you can actually do.
And here's what really sets it apart. It's not about guessing the right keywords to stuff into your resume. No, it's about matching your verified skills and the projects you've actually done to what companies need. And by creating special tracks for small businesses and government, they're really trying to open up access to AI talent way beyond just the big tech giants.
Okay, let's get down to it. What does all of this actually mean for you, for your career? Whether you're trying to find a job or you're the one trying to build a team.
Well, first off, the money. It's just undeniable. The data shows again and again that people with proven AI skills are more productive, they're more valuable, and yeah, they make significantly more money. This platform is basically designed to scream that value proposition directly at employers.
So here's your game plan. For anyone with a TNT digital mindset, the time to start is right now. Start playing with AI tools, start documenting what you build, and get ready. Because when that pilot program goes live in late 2025, you want to be one of the first people in line.
It's all about getting ahead of the curve. And hey, for you employers out there, this is potentially huge. It could give you direct access to a pre-vetted, certified pool of talent. Plus, it gives you a ready-made system to upskill your own teams, closing that gap between hiring new people and developing the ones you already have.
Now, let's zoom out for a second and look at the bigger picture. OpenAI isn't just launching this into an empty room. Oh no. This move kicks off some really interesting competition, and it raises some very, very important questions.
And this is where it gets wonderfully awkward. OpenAI is now going head-to-head with LinkedIn for the future of professional hiring. And who owns LinkedIn? Microsoft, OpenAI's #1 investor and partner. So you have the dominant player and the young disruptor suddenly in a dogfight while being financially tied at the hip. You couldn't write a better corporate drama.
Of course, we've got to be realistic here. There are some big red flags. Tech companies have a bad habit of launching these ambitious HR tools and then just walking away. There are massive questions about privacy and what happens to all this career data. And any matching algorithm runs the risk of creating new biases, which would totally defeat that whole level the playing field idea. And then there's the big one. Is OpenAI just trying to sell the cure for a disease that it helps spread? It's a tough question, and it really gets to the heart of this whole thing. Is this a genuine effort to help the workforce, or is it just a masterful PR move to paint themselves as the hero in a story they helped write? The jury's definitely still out on that one. But, regardless of their motives, what this platform represents is a massive shift in how we think about work. We are clearly moving away from the old model of hiring, the one based on what school you went to and what keywords are on your resume, and we are sprinting towards a new model that's all about verified, provable skills and the things you've actually built.
And that right there is the bottom line. The biggest takeaway for our entire TNT Digital Mindset community is this. The age of skills verification is here. It doesn't matter if OpenAI's platform wins or not. This trend is happening. Your ability to prove what you can do is about to become the most valuable asset you have.
If you want to master the digital economy, make sure to subscribe to TNT Digital Mindset. Thanks for listening.